because we loved seeing them and working with them. And they've been in our lives from season 1. So it was an emotional decision, but we all felt like it was the right decision.
The divorce of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West was obviously one of the biggest storylines in the now past first half of 2021, mainly because the situation went from being a happy marriage to one asking whether the marriage would survive to being more about Kanye's mental disorders and then whether Kim or Kanye would go and pull the plug. Finally, in 2021, we got that answer, as they did indeed divorce. And though some things have yet to be settled, it's a foregone conclusion that it's permanent. But how did everyone take it? Allow us to show you the Kardashian members' reaction to Kim and Kanye getting a divorce. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Kim Kardashian. Let's start out with the woman who was the focus of all this in certain ways. Kim Kardashian. Not surprisingly, she went and used her reality show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, to voice her thoughts and feelings about the relationship going downhill, and during the series finale, they talked about the divorce itself. She sat down with her mother, Kris Jenner, and said the following things. "I feel like I've worked so hard in life to achieve everything that I've wanted to, and I've lived up to my expectations and achieved 10 times more than I ever thought was humanly possible," she explains. "But I don't have a life to share that with. We'll not poke holes in the work so hard bit just yet because we want to focus on that last line. It makes sense that someone in a relationship would want to, spend time with someone in that relationship. And if you think, what about her 4 kids? She addressed that too. I mean, I have my kids, but am I just gonna sit here and think, okay, my kids fulfill me and I'm good?" She goes on, "I never thought I was lonely. I thought I could just have my kids and my husband move from state to state, and I'm on this ride with him, and I was okay with that. But turning 40 this year, I was like, no, I don't want a husband that lives in a completely different state. I used to think that living apart was when we were getting along the best. But to me, that's sad, and that's not what I want." She continues, "I want someone where we have the same TV shows in common. I want someone that wants to work out with me. It's the little things that I don't have," she adds. "I have all the big things. I have everything extravagant you could possibly imagine. And no one will ever do it like that again. I'm grateful for those experiences, but I think I'm ready for the smaller experiences that I think will mean a lot." Kim said that while she feels numb and tired of having emotional breakdowns, she knows she will one day be happy. "I didn't come this far to come this far and not be happy," she says. On the surface, this is a very fair reaction, and other episodes had her breaking down and crying out that she was a failure and that she kept failing her marriages, which we know is true. Isn't that right, Kris Humphries? And so on and so forth. So you can see that she was distraught about this, right? Except we do need to remember that this was done on the reality show. And that show has been used by the family in the past to go and taint the story and make it look like how they want it to, which Kim did to perfection with the Kris Humphries divorce, for example. But obviously, she's not the only member of the family to react, so let's look at the others.
But then you have to kind of just understand that I'm so grateful for also the evolution.
Kris Jenner. It'd honestly be a shock if Kris Jenner didn't have a say on the matter because, well, it's Kris Jenner. She wants to speak on everything. And here is what she had to say earlier in the year. "Kim's good. She's good," Kris said on the Ellen DeGeneres show on March 25th. "She's really, really busy, working on all her different projects that she's doing. And I don't know how she does it. With all my grandbabies, she's got a lot of energy, that kid." The momager added that Kim is so focused on her law career. "She's just passionate about the whole thing and everything she stands for, and I see her studying. It's in her schedule every single day. When I get all the schedules for the kids," she explained, "her study time is all blocked out, so nothing else can get in the way. I'm so proud of her. I think that's a big motivation for her, having her dad do what he did. She's always looked up to her dad, and that was her idol." To be clear, she's not joking. Kim K is really trying to go for a degree in law and to try and reform the criminal justice system, which ironically Kanye wanted too in his own way. Kris also noted in another interview that she was going to help guide Kim through this, based on her own failed marriages of the past, which you can take a lot of different ways, but we'll play nice and say she meant well. "I think that it's always going to be hard anytime, There's a lot of kids," Kris said on the Kyle and Jackie O show on March 18th. "The good thing about our family is that we are there for each other and supportive, and we love each other very, very much. So all I want is for those 2 kids to be happy, and I want the kids to be happy. That's the goal." Kris added that all she wants for her family is to be able to have the love and appreciation of one another, and that everyone's okay. That's what you want as a mom.
So we had to keep it quiet, but yes, that's why she's not here, because the surrogate went into labor, she's there.
For how long?
And nobody knows. So everyone in the audience, don't tell.
Caitlyn Jenner. And now, for the other parental figure in Kim's life, Caitlyn Jenner. I love Kimberly. Honestly, I love Kanye. I have had a very good relationship with Kanye. I wish them both nothing but the best, Caitlyn told Access Hollywood on March 18th. But as far as speaking out about that, that is their story to tell, not mine. And I think you might learn some things in the final episode. I wouldn't be surprised. Although I haven't seen the show, I do remember shooting scenes, and yeah, I think it should be pretty interesting. Interesting indeed. But you have to question why there wasn't more to come from Caitlyn outside of plugging the finale of the show. It makes you wonder.
And you never really heard my side of the story. You never heard my opinion at all on that show. It was all everybody else's opinion, and I kept my mouth shut and stayed in the back.
The rest of the family. While there weren't official statements from some of the other members of the Kardashian-Jenner clan because of the sources chiming in and the way they interacted on their reality show, it was clear that they were 100% behind Kim and her getting away from Kanye. One source even said that they couldn't wait to wave goodbye to Kanye after all he had done to them. So clearly, they were very much in support of their true family member and not whom she married.
Kim and Kanye did a great job with the party. I think it was mostly Kanye, but...
Kanye West. Oh, surprised we're going to talk about him? You shouldn't. Technically, he's still part of the family until the divorce is 100% done, and it's not as of yet. And his reaction to the divorce is multi-layered, including his take on how everything went down. According to a new source, West is the one who has actually long wanted to end the relationship, blaming this warped portrayal of their split on the Kardashians' huge spin machine. The insider explained that the rapper is super annoyed that the story is being constantly presented as her divorcing him, when actually it was him saying for a year that they have nothing in common except the kids and he wanted out. She pulled all the stops to try save the marriage. And while Kardashian was the first to take the formal legal steps to end their relationship, the source adds that because West wanted to let her file first in order to give her dignity. As for what Kanye's doing now, he's already got a new girlfriend in the form of Irina Shayk, and they seem to be very happy together. Many were shocked that Kanye was the first to hook up with someone again, but that's just how it happened.
We're in a place where people are like multidisciplined artists, like Steve McQueen that directed 12 Years a Slave. He was considered to just be a photographer, but then he won an Oscar.
So, what do you think? What do you think of this? Are you surprised by some of the reactions given? Were you expecting them to go and be more emotional or more one-sided in certain ways? Which of these reactions do you feel gave the biggest insight to the family as a whole? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.